Hello, and welcome to a brief introductory video from the International Peace and Development Training Centre. My name is Claire Payne, and I'm the Global Coordinator of the Centre. I'm joined this evening by Mr. Kai Brandt Jacobsen, one of our senior trainers with over 20 years of experience in peace building, violence prevention, and post-war recovery. Can you give us a brief overview of IPDTC and what makes it relevant for practitioners in the field?
IPDTC has become one of the leading training centers in the fields of peace building, conflict transformation, violence prevention, and post-war recovery and peace consolidation. We have a track record that stretches over 15 years now and have provided programs both at the Global Academy in Cluj, executive leadership programs in London, and on-request trainings all over the world for UN missions and agencies, governments, and national and international organizations. I think what makes IPDTC trainings most relevant is they're hands-on. They give a solid knowledge and theoretical framing and understanding, which is useful whether someone is just entering the field today or if someone has worked in programs for 20 to 30 years. They draw upon actual cases and live learnings from peace building approaches and programming on the ground around the world. And we actually worked together for months leading up to the development of every single program with the Department of Peace Operations and other partners in the field to look at what are some of the latest lessons learned, what are key practices, and what is it that we really need to know to be effective and to design, implement, and do programming that actually achieves impact on conflicts and makes a difference on the ground.
Can you provide a little more information about who our participants tend to be and what kind of courses or trainings that IPDTC provides?
So in terms of participants, we actually have a range, and that's part of what makes many of our IPDTC programs very exciting for people to take part in. When we do programs on request, it can be customized for the needs of a specific organization, mission, or agency. Then we'll work together with them, and usually the participants will come either from the organization itself or also a spectrum of their partners and key stakeholders relevant in that context. But when we do our executive leadership programs and our advanced trainings at the Global Academy and London and elsewhere, part of what makes them most exciting is we bring together a spectrum of critical actors in the field. We'll have local, national, and international organizations. We'll have representatives from state institutions and governments, participants coming from a range of UN missions and agencies all over the world, European Commission, donors, and we get this group of people playing key roles in dealing with the issues and the situation we're looking at into the room together. And it creates an opportunity for exchange, sharing of perspectives, sharing of experiences. We'll also have people coming often from a number of different conflict situations or areas where they're working. So for example, participants from Somalia, Sudan, Colombia, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, and elsewhere will have the chance to speak to their experiences, get customized support for what they need, but also learn from what's happening in other contexts. In terms of the programs we provide, as we've mentioned, we have a range of advanced certificate and core training programs that we hold at the Global Academy every year. We have executive leadership programs that are held in London normally, though we're also looking at expanding those to New York and Addis Ababa. And then about 90% of our programs are actually provided on invitation and request, which can come from a national government, a UN mission or agency, local, national, and international organizations. And then we work together with them to really understand what is the exact situation they're facing, what are the issues that they're dealing with, what competencies do they or their partners already have, and then together with them we customize programs that will provide both the critical knowledge and understanding, practical tools and processes that are really fit to purpose, that they can use for their situation on the ground, and also really extensive simulations, role-playing exercises, because we look for what we call operational competency. We don't do trainings which give people interesting concepts or simply present generic tools. What IPDTC provides is a hands-on, customized program that makes sure that at the end of it, participants really have new skills, new knowledge, and the capability to apply it to the actual situations and issues they're working with in their contexts.
What other support does IPDTC provide for organizations and practitioners in the field?
IPDTC provides much more than just trainings. We've actually worked with our partners on the ground, from individual practitioners to agencies and organizations in the field, to really try and understand what does it take to be able to develop the types of skills, capabilities, but also the inspiration, the motivation, and the confidence to be able to do this. So when we have participants or organizations that we work with, we engage with them early, doing customized pre-training needs assessments. We'll also do phone calls, interviews, meetings with participants ahead of time, where we'll discuss with them what are the actual situations they're facing, what works well, what are the challenges that they have to deal with on the ground, asking them even to give us examples of specific situations they've been in. And that helps us ahead of a program to really know the exact needs of the people that we're going to be in the room with. The operational peace support that we give extends for years after the end of a training program. This means that when participants have gone through our trainings, they can contact the staff of the Department of Peace Operations or the International Peace and Development Training Center at any point for years after, asking us for one-on-one coaching and support, asking us to provide them with resources and materials, or to help connect them to other practitioners and organizations in the field that might be able to help them. We understand that at the end of the day, peace building happens if there are people who make it happen. And the commitment of IPDTC is to providing that full spectrum support for every single individual participant and for every organization that we work with.
I hope that this video has provided you with further insights into IPDTC. We look forward to working with you soon. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us via the email at the end of this video.